Happy Thursday, everybody. Thank you so much for downloading or streaming the Be Our Guest podcast. Today, Scotty G joins me from Missi Adventures over on YouTube, and we had the open line, which means phone lines were open, and we recorded this one this past Sunday night. That had been September 21st, and we got some great calls talking about a few things. We talked about snacks over at Epcot because we continued the conversation from last Friday's podcast. We also talked a little bit about the Candlelight Processional narrator lineup coming to Epcot this holiday season. And we had a fun discussion about perks that have gone away for Walt Disney World over the last decade. And if you could bring back just one, but that means all the other perks are gone forever. You can never bring the other ones back. No hope. Which one would you bring back? Extra magic hours, Magical Express, 3 free fast passes, annual pass benefits, things like that. Which one would you pick, knowing the other ones are gone forever? We had a great conversation around that. This and much more coming your way on today's show. Don't forget, today's podcast always brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. We'd love to help you plan your next Disney adventure for no additional cost to you. Check out all the details today over at themagicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link when you shop online. That one extra click supports everything we do throughout the year. It's beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And thank you so very much to our Patreon supporters. You guys make the show possible. Huge thank you to you. You can support us as well, just $5 a month. And for that support, you get a bonus show called Mike in the Midwest. Come over this week. We'd sure love to have you at patreon.com/beourguestpodcast.
Ready to take a trip to the world? You found the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. This is where your memories come front and center on our podcast stage.
Well, hey, everybody. Welcome to the BOGP Open Line for Sunday night, September 21st, 2025. Do you remember? We could play that song. We get taken down on YouTube. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from beourguestpodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Hope you're having a great weekend. We are back. We're going to have a good time, crossing our fingers that those phone lines work at 407-584-7173. That's 584-7173 down in the area code of 407. My co-host is here, my buddy up in East Lansing, Michigan. He is the proprietor of Missi Adventures. Check it out on YouTube right now. Well, not right now. Give it about an hour. And then make sure you like and subscribe. Scotty G in the house. What's up, Scott?
Happy Sunday, Mike. Yes, I do remember the 21st night of September. Happy Earth, Wind, and Fire Day. Did you know, I didn't know this until last Christmas season, but they have a version called December.
I think I heard that.
And it's the 25th night of December.
Yes, I think social media has gotten me zonked with that or something.
So I was like, oh, wow, this is cool. They must have just did this. But it was from 2013 or something. I was like, what? How is this 10 years old? Or I could be wrong on those dates, but it was definitely not last year when it was released. And I was just so thrown off, wow. But every lyric was the same except for that. It just cracked me up. Couldn't they just change the lyrics, Santa was coming, or I don't know, throw some jolliness into it or something? But no, it was just basically the date changed and that was it.
Because
me up.
That song, since it is the 21st of September, as we are live here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, and X.com, as we do on Sunday nights.
Everywhere. We're everywhere.
Worldwide. That song, though, as we get going here, is being played all day on Cosmic Rewind down at Epcot today, which is a great move. It's a simple but awesome move by Disney down, it has to be done, but just is a song to me. That is almost like the perfect song. It's got a groove. It's got the group has tons of members, big horn section. It's got the bass. You just cannot beat that song. If you don't like that song, I question a lot of things about you if you can't get down to Earth, Wind, and Fire.
It's a great song.
I'm sorry. It grooves. Pam
it
told
does
me.
Groove. And they do a song called Let's Groove too.
Yes, they do.
I'm just saying that band grooves.
Yes. Because Pam told me her colleague next door, she's she always played Earth, Wind, and Fire. I'm like,
it's uplifting. like if you run Disney, I'm just saying, like, and you listen to music on your like marathon Sunday or marathon half weekend Sunday, like you're doing yourself a disservice if you don't have a little Earth, Wind, and Fire there. I'm just
Oh,
saying, like, it
dude,
just gets you going, like at mile 10, mile 11,
100% agree. I mean, that still the backside of a marathon. Like, dude, that song kicks in at like you're like over by Coronado Springs, like that section of the marathon is just terrible. But give
Yes.
me a little Earth, Wind, and Fire, some out horn section. I'm
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I don't want to get them down
exactly.
because we sing it so well, like they'll think it's like the original, but man, it's my jam.
Exactly.
So it'd
Speaking
be a
of,
fun day to be there. I saw on some social media. I think someone in Discord even might have been there. So that's really fun. Fun day to do that. It's just, yeah, I'm sure the cast members have a lot of fun with it too. They should like have like a button or something, like celebration buttons. That would be awesome. Like I'm celebrating
the
Earth, Wind, and
24,
Fire Day or the 21st
yeah,
of September.
exactly. I remember exactly. And speaking of, one of our great lizards, George, down in Texas, who mixes it up live on social media. I see him on Facebook a lot of times, so check him out when he goes live. Gives a lot of mixes. I think it's a lot of times I see him on Fridays. So if you ever get a chance to catch his mixes, they're awesome. And
It's
then,
like Friday happy hour.
yeah,
George is like mixing it.
he's
Doing it. I
awesome.
like it.
And Caleb, our friend, who is a perfect dopey, also was on Disney with the Ducks here recently. Love that. So Caleb, shout out to him. Glad he is in here as well. So let's see. So we got a lot to talk about. We'll open up the phone lines here in just a second. Paul had a question. So if you have questions, put them in the comments. We'll tackle those as we go along. You can also call in with them. He says, we have a trip coming up on October 29th to November 4th, staying at the Riv. Our only park day is going to be Hoppers on November 3rd. Do I get to book 7 days from the first day at the Riv or 7 days before the park day? It's 7 days before you check in. So you are good.
Enjoy the Riviera, man. I love that resort. I was just watching some old video of a video I edited this weekend, and we were at the Riviera for dinner, and I'm just like, dang, I really do love that resort. It's so beautiful.
Oh, me too. I mean, I've only crashed there one night with you, but it was
When you've hung
awesome.
out there, though, you've been to
Oh,
Topolino's too,
yes.
and you run around Caribbean Beach,
I
like
do.
you walked to that
Yeah, I do
resort
like
many
it.
times.
Yeah, I do. I love it. I mean, yeah,
So good.
It's awesome. I do like it a lot. All right, a couple things we're going to talk about tonight. We had the Candlelight Processional narrators announced. I don't know if you saw those. We'll go through them real quick. Starting on November 28th is when the Processional will start, the day after my birthday. So they're waiting until that happens. Constance Wu. I know some of these people I do not know. I'm just going to go through the names. Jordan Fisher, Jennifer Gardner, Ashley Eckstein. I do know her, most famous for being a Cardinals shortstop's wife, as far as I know. Ralph Macchio.
No, it's her universe, not that nasty Cardinals stuff.
David Eckstein is one of my favorite Cardinals of all time. He won the.
I dislike him because of the 06 series.
Here's why I love him. He's a good ball player. Like, he's a very humble guy. Like, he's one of the most humble ball players. But he won the World Series MVP and got like a Camaro or like a Vet or something. He got like a really hot car, right? But it was a stick. And he didn't know how to drive a stick, so he gave it to his brother. He just told him flat out, he's like, I can't drive this car. It's a stick. And he just gave it away because he's like, I can't drive it. I'm like, dude, learn how to drive a stick. I mean, you're a ball player. It's not that hard. Anyway, Leslie, I don't know who this person is. Leslie Uggams, I'm guessing. Marley Matlin, I do know who that is. Henry Winkler. Now, see, that's who I'm talking
big
about.
Big draw this year. That's a popular name this year. Yeah.
But I did like over in the clubhouse, somebody mistook him for Fozzie Bear instead of the Fonz. There was a lot of confusion there. Was it Fozzie Bear or the Fonz? This would be the Fonz from Happy Days. He's the guy who jumped the shark originally. Lauren Diego. I don't know who that is. Gary Sinise, Brendan Fraser, Luis Fonzi. God, that's another. They're trying to really confuse me.
Confusing.
People are going to be showing up on the wrong day. But where's Fonzie? No, this is Luis Fonzi. Joey Smallbone, Brie Larson, and Cheryl Lee Ralph. So there you go. So you can talk about who you're excited for. Of course, Neil Patrick Harris not there this year. Josh Gad, a couple of folks that are missing. I think it's because of prior engagements of projects they are working on. I think like on the other side of the world as far as what I saw, right? Is that what you saw, Scott?
I think so. Yeah, I'm sure they would love to be there too, and that might be why they were struggling last minute to try to fill these spots maybe and get the announcement out.
It's
Because
yeah,
some of their regulars couldn't do it. So
it's good to switch it up. I mean,
I think variety is really good. It really is, especially those that like visit every year. The locals. It's good to have some variety. No Cal Ripken this year too. I feel like he's done it like recently a lot too. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but
yeah,
either way, it's a good lineup. Happy for it.
he's breaking the streak. Come on, Cal. What's up? And we could also talk about your favorite.
You know how they kind of like start with a joke when that not to go down a rabbit. Yeah, they start with a joke sometimes. I've
Yeah.
only been like to one in last year, but like Josh Gad is kind of funny guy, so he's telling a lot of jokes. But if I was Cal Ripken, I'd be like, "This is the 2,654th straight day that I've read through this," or something. Like I don't know. I would like throw so many things about like a streak into like my
Oh yeah,
my
100%.
presentation. I feel like
And yes, Paul, that was a joke about Ashley Eckstein. I do know that she does the Star Wars stuff. I was kidding because I'm from St. Louis, and David Eckstein, her husband, was the Cardinals shortstop when we won the World Series to beat Scott's Detroit Tigers. It was a little inside baseball there. Okay, so let's open up the phone. Oh, one other thing. Friday, we talked about snacks around Epcot. That show is blowing up. I don't know why it's getting downloaded so much over the weekend. Like weekends are, usually slow because people are doing stuff. I don't know why. Saturday, today, yesterday, even Friday, tons of downloads. I guess people were hungry, or people liked Epcot, or people had nothing. I mean, it was a lot of football.
it could because you got the wine and the food and wine festival happening
Yeah,
and
I
all
don't
that
know.
too. You are feeling snacky.
Not complaining. Not complaining. So, yeah, we can talk about your favorite snacks. What do we miss? Because, it's for the common good. So let's do this and cross our finger. Every time I do this, I cross my fingers. This will work. So we'll see how this goes. It's like always 50-50 with this. 407-584-7173. 407-584-7173 is the phone number. So we could talk some Disney. We could, whatever's on your mind in in the Disney universe. So Scott, you weren't on the show Friday. So what snack came to mind for you as we're waiting for the first call to come in?
Snacks at Epcot. Oof.
We
That's
spent a
tough.
lot of time at Caramel Couche. I talked about the Liege waffle, the Bomb Kuchen over at
Okay.
Connection, stuff like that.
My favorite one of all time is kind of gone, but that was the good old whoopie pie at the Sunshine Seasons. Dang, I love that thing. I must have like 2 dozen photos of that thing. It was so good. I really do like the I think it's called like the rice pudding is what we call it or something. Like in Norway is really good. Like Norway's got a lot of great snacks. I mean the school bread everyone loves, but there's like this rice pudding I want to call it is awesome too. So really like that one.
So the whoopie pie made it on Ricky's list. And I said the exact same thing. If I search that somehow, because I don't think that would come up on Google Photos because it's like, I don't know how, like, I don't even think AI can find a whoopie pie. But if it could, there'd be like, because I always took a picture of it because it had that little Mickey, like white and kind of reddish, because like a
Yeah.
velvet, it was like red velvet or whatever.
So good.
Every time I had to take a picture of that sucker. And
I did too.
ate so I have them, I always just eat them for breakfast.
I have a great growth chart of those photos with Emily eating them, from like when she was like 4 to 6 to 8. Like you just see like her growing through whoopie pies.
Oh. And then they had them at the studios for a while. Like they were.
Yeah, but it wasn't the same thing though. That's the thing.
wasn't?
They weren't. No, they were like a red velvet, kind of bigger, more like a Christmas seasonal treat, and then they kind of kept them on the menu for like longer outside of that season. But it wasn't the same. It just didn't. I don't know. I think those were actually too big. Honestly, it was too rich. Like where the whoopie pie at Sunshine Seasons was like the perfect size. It was just it was a great snack. Missed that one.
And we also had a discussion about the rice pudding. I've never had rice pudding in my life. Like I'm a big Jello pudding guy, but then they explained to me because rice and pudding.
Oh, did someone bring up
weird.
rice pudding then?
Yeah,
on the
yeah. I
podcast?
think it was.
Oh,
It
okay.
might have been Pam, but I thought maybe they said it was in Italy. I can't remember. Maybe it was.
I know
in
there's like a
Norway.
rice pudding in Norway.
Maybe
like
it was
Liz,
in Norway.
Liz just loves that thing.
'Cause I
and
was
I've had it
talking-
a few times. It's good.
Yeah, because I was talking about how like I'm not a big fan of the school bread, but I like the Kringla like thing. It's just more sweet. I'm not a coconut person.
I'll tell you what though, like there's something I can't not get, especially if it's like a hot day in Epcot, and that's the shave ice in Japan. That is like my favorite snack. I just love that shave ice. It's just especially on a hot day, it's so good. Then you take it like in the back, like where that like quiet area is.
Yeah, by the
in Japan
fish.
Pavilion. I hate talking about it because I don't want people to go there because it make it busy, but it's so peaceful and relaxing with their shave ice. Oh man, it's so good.
Yeah, the kakagori is I think what it's
Yes,
called.
that's what it's called. Yeah.
Dude, it
I
is
just call it the shave ice stand.
that would be in Hawaii.
I don't want to say something wrong.
But yeah, I've had that too, and you know what? I think that one, like in Japan, is like sweeter.
Yeah.
Like it's more intense. It's so good.
Yeah,
It's
it's good. I
rich.
mean, but I'll tell you, I've been ruined for shave ice though. Like in my Hawaii trips, like authentic like Hawaiian shave ice just like ruins you basically. But it's still good. It's still good.
Okay, so real quick, what's the difference? 'Cause everybody does say that, like that
So
in
the shave
Hawaii. I
ice
mean,
is
dude,
like
it's ice and sugar
it's
water.
like
I mean,
shaved, like it's like thinner. Like the ice is just so smooth. Where like the what's in Japan there is more like a snow cone almost. You know, it's like crunchier ice if that
okay,
makes sense. But
it's
where
the
like
ice.
you could just almost like put it in your mouth and it just like melts like the shave ice. I can't explain it. Like so great, but it's just the way it's like they just cut it so thinly, you know, into like this big bowl, and it's just unbelievable.
Pam
It's
would
so good.
appreciate that. Pam goes to certain gas stations by the ice machine. She's that kind of
Mhm.
person. So, by the way,
But here's the hot take, though. Here's the hot. I mean, it's
go
not
ahead.
necessarily a hot take, but it's a word of advice. Like, yes, if you go to Alani, they have shave ice, obviously, and it's cute, right? They put the Mickey ears on it and everything,
Yeah,
but
those are cool.
that is not shave ice. It is it's more for the looks of like the Mickey ears. Like, go off property if you're in Hawaii to get a real authentic shave ice. But if you want like the cute like Mickey ear thing, like that's fun to do. But
Get both. That's why you're there. Get
just
both.
do both. Just do both. There you go.
And by the way, George says his favorite snack, maple popcorn, and they even had it at their wedding. I mean, come on
Look at
now.
that.
Look
I
at
love
that.
that.
All right,
That is good. When we were waiting for Le Cellier on 4th of July, trying to figure out why we couldn't get into the restaurant, they started handing out free samples of the maple popcorn to those guests waiting for their Le Cellier reservation. So that was nice.
they're trying to keep everybody in line and happy.
Yes.
That's a good idea. Let's see. We're waiting for calls 407-584-7173. Want to chime into the conversation? Paul's has a question for Scott here. Have you ever done DVC membership magic? They announced that Animal Kingdom won the first day of my trip. Curious how hard they are to nab.
I mean, it's just like anything else, Paul, with Disney. And I have done one. I've done the Moonlight Magic at Typhoon Lagoon, which was a blast. Um, and it's funny, like in 2016, I did like the first ever one. It was really weird. It was like called the DVC 25 or something. They did like this special thing for Disney Vacation Club members that happened to be there. It almost felt like a trial run for the Moonlight Magic because it was like they closed Magic Kingdom Park down for DVC members for a few hours. That was super cool. I think I got our preview of Happily Ever After that night, basically without the song. Like I think the fireworks are basically
Was that the
same,
night
though.
you sent it? Like you videotape?
I was live, but
Yeah,
remember when we
yeah,
used to go
yeah.
live on Facebook like all the
Yes.
time, like back in
Yes.
that era a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah. I was like, dude, that is awesome.
And that's what you said. You said this is the Wishes replacement. I think
Yes.
you said that right then.
I said that was
But that was
too
really cool.
cool.
But I would just say, Paul, like just like anything else at Disney, like just be right on there when it goes, because you know us DVC members love our free perks, right? And you know if something aligns with your trip, like you're gonna want to do it. But I highly recommend it. They are a blast. There's like free snacks, awesome entertainment at these things. I've not done one at Animal Kingdom, but I can only imagine how awesome it is. And I'm sure like the wait times will be low if you're trying to do some attractions and things. So definitely just be on there the moment it becomes available and have a great time at Animal Kingdom.
That's another question that I have too for tonight. And again, I don't know why nobody's calling in. Maybe I don't know if we're having trouble with the phone lines or if people are just busy. I know we got a lot going on this weekend. We got a lot of folks tuned in. If you could bring back one of the free perks that has gone away over the last decade, like but you only get one. You only get one because you have extra magic hours, you have Magical Express, you have, fast passes that were free, 3 a person. Like which you only get to bring back one though. You got to really think that through. Like which one would you pick? And then the other ones are gone. Like you only get one and the other ones are wiped away. Like that's kind of a tough call because you got to
That is
banish
tough.
the other ones. Like
I'll tell you one I
think on
really
that.
liked, and I'd love if someone would call in or chime in if they've done this, because I don't know if we've had someone call in and say they've done this yet. Maybe Adam did when he stayed at Pop Century recently, but that was the resort airline check-in. Like I loved that more than Magical Express, honestly, where like on checkout day, I could just go down to my resort and just have my bags shipped, and then I can go to Magic Kingdom or whatever park I wanted to do and not worry about my bags. you know, that I mean, I know that kind of tied into Magical Express a little bit too, because then you come back, you take so like I guess you can almost call that Magical Express in a way, but I'm talking about that feature in particular. I just loved it, and it makes me so sad, Mike. We were talking about the Riviera just a minute ago. Like you you see that section in the Riviera, like it's like inside, like kind of over by Primo
Mhm.
Piatto. You can see like the
Yep.
resort airline check-in. I was like, man, that was only used for like a month,
I know.
and it just breaks my heart. Like, oh, it bums me out. But I heard that Pop Century might be like testing that. Haven't you heard that?
Yeah, I mean, it was all the rage, right? I mean, remember that weekend? Like all of a sudden, just boom, it just like started happening. Like, guess what? They're doing this, and then it was like the value. And I get, as far as I know, it's still going on at the
It's still going
values.
on. Okay,
I haven't
that
heard
would
that
be
it
great. That'd be
stopped.
great if that game. I just love that. Like, I know our friend Wade kind of got burned by it because like they lost a bag once, but I mean that's just very rare, right? But like I don't know. Did you ever take I know you didn't fly a lot like in your first few trips, but you started flying a lot while that service was there. But did you ever use that? Did you like
Oh,
that?
we used it every trip. Yeah, I mean, once I was flying, yeah, it was great. I mean, I remember yeah, all the time because it was just it's how you did it, right? I mean, your checkout morning, you just loaded up all the bags, took them down there, boom, they
It was just
tagged
so
them
great
up,
to get
and
to the airport and
boom,
not have to worry about checking the bags.
that's great.
Like, because like MCO gets so crazy that at least on the Delta side, like, my gosh, we do have to get there at least 2 hours early because it takes forever just to check our bags there. So like that was such a great service.
Yeah, I agree because for me, the first time that I had to go through the reverse side of MCO without having that service, when I had to take an Uber over and then get dropped off there, and then like, here's your bag, sir. Now you got to get in that big old line and you got to actually go to the thing just like you did back at Lambert in St. Louis. And I was like, what? Like
But
this
this
is,
isn't magical.
you don't realize what a service that was until
It was
like,
it
oh
was
my
clutch. It
gosh.
was so
It
good.
was super clutch. Yeah. So, I mean, if I honestly, I would do Magical Express. See, the fast passes though were like, again, this is why it's such a tough
3 hours
call.
of extra magic hours.
I know because I mean, it was in like you tell somebody that started going to the parks like in the last 3 years that you got 3 hours at night. I mean, think about that at this, like, it's not that long ago, but it seems like 50 years ago at this point because there's only 24 hours in the day, right? Okay. So, like, and that's not even operational hours. Like, operational hours, like 12 hours, I guess, like on a good day. You got 3 hours like to extra at night.
Yeah,
So
like Magic Kingdom would close at like 2 in the morning or something crazy like that.
we were
Like,
there till 3, like in July sometimes, like
that's
3
right,
in the
'cause the
morning, because
parks
it
were
would
open to
stay open
midnight.
till
Yeah.
midnight and you could stay till 3. It was ridiculous. I mean, people are like, I know people that are new to this say you're lying. I know they do. And I'm telling you, I have pictures walking out at like 10 to 3 because we just couldn't take it anymore. It was truly magical because you would sacrifice the next day, obviously, because dude, you were getting back to your hotel at like 3:45. Like, I mean, you were toast. But those were some of my best memories. It was just one of those things like you just hung on because like it's like, what are we doing? Oh, hey, we have a
Right.
call. Let me start
But
it.
just think of the value of the 3 fast passes. Like, so like the Magic Express, yeah, there's value to that, right? Because you have to rent a car or do or just do like a Uber or whatever, like a ride share. But if you were like a family of 5 or 4 or whatever, and you were like staying for 6 days and you wanted to do Lightning Lane every day to get those 3, just think how much that costs versus you used to get that for free. You used to get 3 fast passes and book them in. Then you got the rolling forts and
Oh
all
my
that. Like, just
gosh.
think how much cost savings that would be like today
So
compared to that,
much. So much.
so much.
All right, we have a first call tonight. I think they're there. Who's joining us?
Hello, it's Jason from Celebration. How you guys doing?
Hey, the
Hey,
number one Miami Dolphins fan.
We
They
didn't
didn't
lose
today.
today. Physically impossible. I love it.
Hey, the Lions didn't lose a day either.
They cannot possibly hurt us today. So I'm excited about that.
I love that attitude. Raise your hand if your team's 4-0.
I'm raising my hand. Oh no, wait, we're 3-0. Oh, brutal. We're
That's right. You
3-0,
had a
it's
buy,
okay.
didn't you? Already.
We did. Yeah.
That's,
Those
that
weird
works.
double buy. It's like a double buy year.
Yeah,
It's interesting.
It's when Thanksgiving lands on Liz's birthday and when it lands on Mike's birthday. So those 2 years it's double buys because Thanksgiving is late in the year. So they
That's
give a
how it
double buy.
works. I had no idea how that works.
Yeah, it's
you
those 2
are
years. So
you're
next
some,
year we'll be back to single buys.
You're some kind of wizard to
Yeah.
know that. I had no idea because I looked at it like there's 2 buys this year. That's
when
good.
it's,
I think
it depends on where
I
Thanksgiving
think you also
lands.
get
well.
one if you play week 0. I think you get 2 buys.
Oh, we didn't play week 0.
No,
We have 2 buys.
Everyone gets 2 buys.
I was just saying, yeah, because we have 2. Yeah.
Just this year, I'm saying like in general. I think if you like the
Oh
years
yeah,
you don't
if
get a double bye.
yeah,
then
if you
get
played
like
week 0
2
too, yeah, like in a normal year, yeah,
Oh,
then
okay,
you get
okay,
2 buys.
yeah.
Yep.
Because we get one this week after this. Anyway, we're losing all the Disney fans. Like, why are you talking about buys and what? But we talk about NSYNC or what's going on. So we had a lot. We've had a lot of conversations here, like what you're going to bring back. Snacks. You dropped one. I think you had one in the chat. So drop some knowledge on us, Jason.
Okay, so snack wise, if you're going to Food and Wine this year, the apple churro caramel mini sundae that you can get at Milled and Mulled, which is the booth as you walk past Journey into Imagination. That was easily one of the best desserts that we've had at a festival, period. I mean, yeah, Vern said she would get it again. We scarfed that thing down in I feel like it was 20 seconds. It was like Joey Chestnut eating.
Well, if it's hot outside,
it
you
was
kind of
just-
have to too, though. But yes,
That too, yes. It also melted before we got a spot to eat it, but it was so good.
I need this, so I'm gonna be there. So for when I'm there for the Wine and Dine race weekend, that Thursday, the 23rd, I'm not making a dinner reservation. I plan on just doing food boots that night.
I thought you were gonna say.
any tips
I
you
just plan
got,
on
I'd love
doing.
to
You
hear
just
'em.
plan on doing ice cream.
Doing the churros. Two of those. Good to go.
Just
Oh,
ice cream.
man.
Just ice cream.
Nothing wrong with that.
I also like the it's in American Adventure. It's like a chocolate cake, and it has I think it's like a chocolate sauce on it. That's one of my favorite desserts too. I get one of those and then a meat and potato dish at Food and Wine, and that's my go-to combo. But haven't done that yet. But I think that might be the next time we go to Food and Wine.
See, I'm glad you brought that up because here's something I've thought about. I never check out America or, in general for food because I'm always thinking I have to have the other countries when I'm at Epcot because, right, I mean, I'm in America, right? It's all the time. So I always skip because I'm like, oh, I can get a funnel cake at home. Like we have funnel cakes at all the fairs. We have fairs every weekend around us. They all have funnel cakes. And, so I don't go to that funnel cake stand. And I just, we have a lot of Sugar Fire, the smokehouses and all that stuff. So I don't tend to stop and sample what they have, even at the festivals in America, because I tend to think, I don't want to wait. You only get so many meals when you're there. Well, I guess maybe because you guys get to go a little bit more often, but I'm always like, I got to have the frushi from Japan or something. I got to have something that's really a little bit more out there. But maybe that cake sounds amazing. So maybe I got to, keep an eye on that kind of stuff because that sounds really good.
Oh, that's another thing I eat in 2 seconds. But I also agree with you. I don't normally get savory stuff at the America Pavilion because it's typically seafood, and I'm not the biggest seafood person. But also, like you said, I want to go to the other countries and kind of try those out and see, what we're missing here.
Sounds good. Now, let me ask you as a local, because you're going to have a different slant on this. Of the perks that have gone away over the last decade, where would you, or Vern, you might have differing opinions on this. I think she's back there. Where would you fall on this? What would you bring back if you had to eliminate all the rest? You get one, but everything else is gone forever.
I feel like as a local, we'd want the free 3 fast passes back, just because we can kind of middle of the day, we can kind of go on our phones, fiddle around and see if there's any good ones left or what it's looking like. And we can kind of, plan a little quick trip to hit maybe a ride we don't go on that often. If we see a random Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is there, we could go and get that and go do that, which is something we don't normally do because the line is just so long. So I think I would go with that. I feel like I know the resort perks and stuff, some of those coming back would be nice, but obviously as a local, we're not staying at resorts as often. So I think I would go with the fast passes.
What's Vern say?
Vern said she wants more pass holder perks, which I also agree.
Agree with
I know
that.
the random discounts are nice, and the magnets are cool, but it would be cool to have a couple more benefits to having an annual pass.
And there should be like a more of a rewards point or, like system, just like every other hotel chain has. Like, the more you stay, the more you accrue status and stuff like that. I mean, I wish there was something like that because they track us. They do. Wouldn't be
And you
hard.
kind of get that with cruise line in a way.
Yeah, I mean,
like
yeah,
you
the
have like your
Castaway
platinum
Club,
status, and then you
Castaway
get like
Club.
a Apollo meal, credited to you. Like I would love something like that at the World and Disneyland resorts.
Yeah,
it would. Yeah, it'd be nice for resorts. It'd be nice for annual pass holders just for scanning in and buying stuff and being at the parks. That would be cool. But yeah, it's kind of weird that the resorts don't have some sort of system or status, and maybe you get some stuff kind of like in Disney Cruise Line. Like maybe you get something on your bed when you come in. Like when you check in, you get a nice little gift package or whatever. Like I wonder why they don't do that.
I mean, you got to look at it though, like where they probably haven't had to do it. It's one of those things like people are going to come, they're going to fill the rooms, but as competition gets greater, that's something I'm sure that they've probably discussed because, for example, like on Cruise Line, when a DVC member goes on a cruise, they put a little magnet on the door just to welcome you there. That magnet doesn't cost them very much, but you know what? It's a goodwill gesture. And so Walt Disney World could do that, after because they have that data on all of us. They know that it's my 7th stay at Coronado Springs or it's my 10th stay in the last 5 years. And it's not they're paying people, so they could throw something like Scott said, they could throw just something on the bed, like a hat that costs them, in bulk to print, like $1. And the goodwill in that would go a mile. I just think that with competition though, and I think that, things are trending in that direction where they might have to be a little bit more creative to fill rooms. That's something that they might consider rather than like lowering rates. They might want to keep the rates really high and go, throw some little goodies in that way. That's just like business sense to me, but I'm not really a businessman, so who knows?
Yeah, I mean, even just like, it doesn't even have to be that extravagant, like thrown in the room. Like if you put, I don't know, like a pin of the resort you're staying at and I don't know, like a little gift basket with those little mini candies or something, I would be so excited getting into my room. I know parents, kids would be like, it doesn't have to be that big. It can just be something small, and that just kind of goes a long way.
I agree. Just it's recognition, right? I think we all just want to be recognized, whether it's at work or, in the community. Just a lot of times it's just a thank you. It doesn't even have to be much more than that, even the tangible things. Scott, I mean, where do you fall on this?
Yeah, I 100% agree. I've been saying this for a while. Like all these other hotel chains do this like reward system, right? And I see what George is saying though. Like so many of us would be like platinum Walt Disney World status and already because like
Yes.
it goes so much for Run Disney races and things like that. Like how would you really identify like a platinum versus a silver or whatever? Because so many return visitors right to Walt Disney World. But I would just love to see some type of perk or like maybe like a little coupon to get some, like a treat in the food court at the resort you're staying at or something, because that'll get you to go down there and like you'll probably end up spending more money.
Exactly, 100%. Yes, yeah, totally.
Like have a tie-dye cheesecake on us tonight or during your stay. Like I would love that.
I would be so excited if I got told that I got a free tie-dye cheesecake. I'd be through the moon.
Well, because you got to buy milk with it, or something. You got to buy a Coke Zero. It's like, well, you got me for the soda.
But then what's going to happen? Then you're going to end up buying like 3 extra ones because everyone in your family wants one too. So like,
yes.
I mean, it's gonna
100%. You're in for $28 for that free tie-dye cheesecake.
Exactly. Like, surprised they haven't done that yet. Honestly,
that's exactly right. Oh my gosh. Well, hey, Jason, thanks for the call. And, for the Dolphins, turnaround starts next week every time.
It's a brand new season next week. Every week's a new season. Shout out to Ahmad Hardy, by the way.
He's a beast.
That's the ultimate pass holder perk right there.
Oh my gosh. He is
Missouri pass holder perk. Ahmad Hardy.
I didn't think I could love anybody as much as I love Cody Schrader. And I love Cody Schrader last year, but man, That guy is so small, but his legs are as big around as like my whole body, and he has heart. His heart is as big as his body. And I sit right by the field, and I am in awe of that kid. He will not go down. Our coach called him a dump truck, and that's exactly what he is. If he was coming at me, I'd just fall down. I'm like, dude, don't kill me. Like, just do not run me over, please. I do not want to be run over. So yes, shout out to Matt Hardy. Come on, I would love to speak with him, but he's a polite young man too. So I love that he's a good guy too. So I appreciate that.
That's awesome.
Thank
All right,
you.
boys. I will see you later.
All right, take care. See you, Vern. See you guys. Thanks for calling in, buddy. All right, bye. All righty, that's Jason down in Florida, right outside the Magic Kingdom.
Right outside the Magic.
Dude, don't we always we're there? Shout out to Jody too. I hope Jody's doing okay tonight. I've been
Jody,
thinking about her.
shout out to we got a lot of our Be Our Guest podcast listeners in the chat today. Jody, I've been texting her. She knows the Gardeners are thinking about her. I know you, Mike, are
I've been
too
thinking
as well.
about her, dude. I know.
She
every
took a bad
time.
injury running her 50K.
Dude, okay, there's just so many reasons why I'm never doing a 50K. Jody, that's another reason. I mean, I don't know how many Ks you're supposed to run, but 50's too many.
That's a lot of them. And
That's
I know,
a lot of Ks.
She had to take care of, some issues with that. She's going to miss a wine and dine, which her and Tim will deeply be missed, but she's going to come back stronger than better.
I agree. It's going to be
stronger than ever. I think I said stronger than better, stronger than ever.
Yeah,
the words are hard.
We kill the English language here every Sunday night. That's just what we do, and we appreciate it.
I'm so good. I speak I call it Scottish. No offense to like our Scottish friends, but like that's because that's my name. So when I butcher English, that's what I say. But I don't mean that I'm saying your language wrong. There's just a funny like inside joke we say in my family, like, oh, Scott's speaking Scottish again because he's making up words over here.
And there's actually a saying for like runners and athletes, like the comeback is something like it's awesome. But Jody, I can't remember exactly how it goes.
Yeah, because we're bad with words.
Exactly, we're terrible at this. But like your victory is going to be amazing with this comeback, and we're all cheering you on. So it's going to be great. Let's see. Carolyn out on the West Coast says they allowed Anaheim residents to buy a ticket for 70 days for Disneyland's 70th anniversary. Nice perk for locals who don't have an annual pass. I agree. Now, Disneyland does do those real targeted for local kind of things where they're trying to fill up certain dates, which that's exactly what our Six Flags does here in St. Louis. Like when they see attendance is going to be low over a little bit, dude, bring in a can of Coke and you can buy a ticket for, $25. So I see that. Jason says like free refillable mugs after so many stays. That would make sense.
The soda doesn't cost them much.
Dude, I've heard there was a rumor forever that it's like Coke gives it to them for free. I don't know if that's true. I doubt that's true, but I know because when I ran the skating rink that we bought these big boxes of syrup and it was like dirt. Like we made almost pure profit on that stuff when we sold it. I mean, so it is, imagine the scale of Walt Disney World. It is practically free. All right, the phone number. So if you want to call in and get in on the conversation, 407-584-7173. We have about 20 minutes left in the show. What perk would you bring back from the last decade or so if it meant all the other perks that have gone away are gone forever? We're talking Fast Passes, Magical Express, Extra Magic Hours, and so forth. Annual pass holder perks that have gone away. What would you bring back? And it means all the rest of them are gone. What snacks do you enjoy over at Epcot from Friday's show? We could talk about that. So, Scott, what else is
Years
happening?
ago, this is well before I was a DVC member. They used to give like an annual pass with your DVC membership. Like, how could you imagine if they did that today? That would be so wild.
And so I knew they did that, but did you get a new one every year? I think you did, right? Like, did you just get it like on your purchase of your first contract, or did you get one? Was it like something that renewed every year too?
I think it renewed every year.
I think it did.
I'm just so like on the newer side, I would say, of the DVC. Like that was like way in the early days, but I think it just renewed every year, and then eventually they just like, okay, that's going away. But then they would every now and then like do like a cool ticket. Like I've even seen this, and since I've been a member, where you can buy like a 4-day ticket, like one park per day or whatever, and it would be like so cheap. And like, man, they need to do that more because a lot of DVC members just they love the resorts, right? It's kind of like why you buy into it. Like I love the villa. I love cooking in my room, like all that family bonding. But sometimes we don't have the annual pass. But if you could give us like a nice like 5-day ticket offer or something, but I don't know. They know Disney knows what they're doing, right? They're gonna make money. They know how they're DVC members travel and all that, so they probably know like, okay, it's better not to give them that perk because they're going to spend it anyway and we're going to make money. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, right. I mean, well, here we got to call someone grab this real quick,
But it's just wild to me that used to be like part of the DVC membership. It's just crazy.
I agree. I mean, it got people in, but I mean, yeah, if you did that now, but they would be swamped because that would be such a sweet deal.
Could
All
you
right.
imagine how much the cost per point would be insane though?
Because I mean, imagine what an AP costs back then to what an AP costs now. Like it's probably 10 times as much. All right, next caller's on the line. Who's joining us?
Yeah, it's Billy.
Hey, Billy. Thanks for calling in, buddy. What's going on?
Not too much. Just listening in and seeing what perk I would like to bring back. My first thought was Magical Express because just about everybody uses it, or I used to use it all the time when I could. But I think probably for me it would be the extra magic hours late at night.
See, I'm sitting here. I hear Billy. Here's the deal. Like I was Magical Express when I first said this. When I just came out of my mouth, I'm like, oh, Magical Express. And then like throughout the last 10 minutes, I'm sitting here like Jason's talking and Scott's talking. I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, okay, well, Magical Express is awesome. Like I love Magical Express. It was so beautiful because you drop your bags at Lambert, like they show up in your room. It was a wonderful. But I'm like, okay, if I could just suck it up and take an Uber, once I get on property, then that part is over. Now I'm talking 3 fast passes a day for like a week for free. I'm saving a lot of money. Like I love the old fast pass system. So maybe do I enjoy that for an entire week rather than that 45 minutes to an hour on Magical Express? Do I get the fast passes better? And then I started thinking, man, I had a good time at those 3-hour evening extra magic hours, like, 4 or 5 times during my trip. And sometimes I go in the morning for an hour in the morning. So then that's maybe like a 7 or 8 hour perk throughout my trip. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, God, I don't even know how I'm going to answer this by the end of the show. Cause I have I seriously, between those 3, I don't know. So you're saying extra magic hours. It's tough.
Well, here's my thought on it was, it is a lot cooler, like say 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3 in the morning than it is, middle of the day.
I agree with that.
You could wake up a lot later and head over to the parks or skip out and come back and stay all night.
I agree. So how often did you stay back in the day, say past midnight in the summer? And do you have like memories of that, where the park, say Magic Kingdom, was sparsely populated and got to run around like crazy?
Oh yeah. Every time that it was an opportunity, that's what I was doing. So, I used it as much as I could. My kids though were at the age where like the most important thing to them was watching movies at the pool at the resort. So I would be like, hey, Magic Kingdom's open till 1 o'clock. And they're like, yeah, but we need to see Lion King back at the pool at the resort. And I'm like, all right, do whatever you're going to do, but I'm going to be riding rides.
Like we can do that at home.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
Sometimes that's what you got to say though in the middle of a trip. Sometimes, right? You're like, all right, I can do this because next week I'm going to be so sad that I'm not doing this. So sometimes like, yeah, let's just go do it. Let's go crazy.
That was always my thing, but they were adamant about watching those movies in the pool. So.
Nothing against that though, because I mean, I see families out there, laid out on that AstroTurf grass at Coronado Springs, under the Grandestino Tower, and they are making memories, right? I mean, because in the real world, a lot of times we just don't take the time to do things like that, right? Everybody's going this way and that way to practices and wherever, and they're sitting there, they're actually watching a movie that they do have sitting at home, they can watch on Disney Plus or whatever, and I appreciate that, but I also get what you're saying, like. You are at Walt Disney World. You have, when because back in the day you did have the opportunity. Now a lot of times the parks are closed, so that is the thing to do. They've replaced it instead of augmented it like they did back then.
Yeah, true. That is true. I mean, because obviously it takes more manpower to keep the parks open till 2 or 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
So, but I make the most of it while I'm there. So
agreed. So what about snacks? for you over at Epcot?
Oh, what
Where do
about
you
the
go?
snacks?
Yeah,
Let
I
me
gotta
see.
know.
I just listened to that podcast just this morning. Pretzel bread was the first, or the pretzel bread pudding was the first thing that popped in my head. I don't know if you call it a snack, but the avocado margarita over at La Cava.
There we go.
Yeah. As long as it's after 10 a.m., that's a snack.
I have road dropped that place.
I have too on Cinco de Mayo. Yes.
So always a good time. Yeah, I'm not a small guy. I like snacks, so I don't usually find ones I don't like. So I mean, festival-wise, I don't know if it's back this year, but the griddle cheese is really good. If you ever get a chance to get that, and I believe that's over. It's trying to remember. It is by Morocco, like in between Morocco and Japan, but it's really good for food and wine.
So that's like a kind of like a grilled cheese type thing.
It's not. There's no bread on it. It is cheese, and I believe it has pistachios and honey on top of it. They put it on the griddle. It's melted. It is super good.
Let's go. I'm about to buy a plane ticket.
Right.
Forget the bread. That just takes up space.
Right.
Yeah, let's go.
Yes, it is awesome.
Oh man, this is why I love
All right,
doing stuff like this, because I had no idea that was a thing, and now everybody else is like, "Yeah, I'm stopping there."
Yeah, I don't know if they're bringing them back this year, but the peanut butter and jelly wings that they had last year at I forget what the name of it is, but peanut butter and jelly wings. Don't know if they're back, but if they are, they were definitely worth it.
Yes. Was that the place over by Test Track? Wasn't it?
Yeah, that's just
stand.
It's like a ESPN. Was it like a sports thing too, like a sports booth? I think
That was a few years ago. I think the Smoker or something. Yeah, that was good. I love that booth.
But yeah, it's the same place you get the pickle milkshake.
Yeah, I didn't try that.
I did not either, but
people did.
People did. People seem to like it.
They did. But I think if you're going to buy it, you're probably going to, I think you're skewing that you're going to like it, whether you do or not. That's just my philosophy on that, but who knows?
I'm gonna stick with the avocado margarita.
I'm with you.
It's green.
Yes.
But yeah.
Oh, here we go. It's called the Brewing Lab at the Odyssey Building. It's
That's
the Muppets.
right.
There you go. Vern and Jason for the save.
And Andrea did it at the same time. Everyone,
and
everyone was
Andrea had
chiming
it,
in.
and Mark also had it. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we had everybody jumping in.
Everyone knows about these wings apparently. Well, I feel
Everybody's
like I
got
gotta
your
try
back.
these now.
Everybody's there is no PB&J wings this year. What?
I guess I'm not trying them this year.
That stinks. Oh well. Make them at home.
All right. Well, thanks for taking my calls, and I hope to see you guys soon.
Wait, as soon as we can, man. Appreciate you, Billy.
Hope to see you, Billy.
It's good to talk to you.
All right.
You take care. See you,
Talk
Billy.
to you guys too.
All right. Bye-bye. All right.
So
It's a
fun
good-
story about Billy that people might not know.
Now be careful.
On the Be Our Guest podcast, we hung out with Billy quite a bit, like in the adult entertainment, like the fun
cruise.
game shows
The
and
cruise.
stuff. Cruise. What did I say?
You just said on the
Be Our Guest
podcast.
podcast. Yeah, on the cruise. And I don't know if anyone ever played like Crazy Quest, but that game can be kind of wild and funny. So we had a little group of us, and one of the things was like, I need 3 belts connected or whatever. And me, Mike, and Billy, like boom, we just assemble those belts in like 3.2 seconds. I don't know how we did it, but we got the top point, I'll say, for that round. So
I mean, if there's a competition, look out, man. It was
yeah, Billy came through because he had a tattoo that none of us
Oh,
had
yeah.
too. So we got to show. I remember, Mike, you just like dragged him up to the
I
stage
did.
because you were like our spokesperson. You just
did.
dragged Billy up,
I
like,
said,
look at the tattoo.
Billy's tattooed. Let's go. Billy, show it.
Quest is fun. I like playing Quest. It's a
I
fun
do
game.
too. That's one of the most fun things. It is. And the thing is, on Disney Cruise Line, tame.
Yes.
Royal
Other
Caribbean,
cruise lines.
not tame. It's not.
Yes,
It's a different
It's a
thing.
lot more calm on Disney Cruise Line, no doubt.
It's safe. You're safe there. I mean, there are no kids in there, thank goodness. But yeah, we're good. All right, 407-584-7173. We can probably sneak in a couple more calls by the top of the hour. We got about 7 minutes to the top of the hour, and love taking those calls. So yeah, it is tough to say though, because Billy was making some good points. I mean, you really do. Those extra magic hours they did feel magical, especially, and he made the argument that in the summertime, especially if you're down there like June, July, August, I mean, it did change your philosophy on touring the parks. Like you would just be like, I don't need to go in the afternoon. I'm just going to take out.
And you might not need those free
nap.
fast passes because you can do all that stuff at night when the crowds are lower.
Yeah. I mean, because I know like we would stay in the pool and like, 'cause think about it, you almost got like, it was almost like 2 days in one. Because like we would go to maybe like Typhoon Lagoon from 10 in the morning till 4, have dinner, and like we'd jump into the park like at the beginning of Spectral Magic. Like seriously, like just
It's a
like
tiring day though. It's a long day.
but we take a nap at some point. Like we would jump in, take it like I would. The girls would usually swim back at Pop because we were always at Pop back then. But and I don't know how they did it, but you know, we'd jump in like around the beginning of Spectral Magic, right as it was getting dark, watch Spectro, fireworks, and stay till 3. So we'd be in there for like 5 or 6 hours, but they're the 5 or 6 best hours of the day at the park. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Now I don't know what I would pick. I think I'm throwing out Magical Express now. Because like if you can suck it, it was so good, but if you could suck it up and just ride an Uber over, like that's over. Then man, I don't know what I would do. I feel so wishy-washy, and I'm not usually wishy-washy, but man, that's a tough call. Like because if you're banishing the others, the value of fast passes now, like what you see, like the one is the cost of lightning lanes. Okay, so that's going to hit you in the pocketbook, and you know money's tight nowadays when you got a kid going to college and all that stuff. So like I don't buy them a lot of times. Plus, two, back in the day, you didn't have to think about them. Like now, it's like such a demand on like your cognitive. You know, you're always thinking about it all the time. Like it was stress free. It's like, oh, okay, I just want to run back to Toy Story, grab a couple, push the button, come back here. I kind of like that system. I don't know. That was me.
No, it was a good system. No, I miss it too. The Legacy Fast Pass, I wasn't around very much for that, maybe like 3 or 4 years. But dang, it was great. That was so nice. Oh man. But I did like the 3 Fast Pass pluses though, because like you could, if you were staying on site, you could book it 60 days in advance, which is that's still challenging for me sometimes, like booking things like that early. And remember when dining was 180 days?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Like,
and they were called.
Like, it's like a Run Disney race. Okay, like 6 months from now, like I don't know what I'm doing.
100%. And I remember they weren't even called ADRs back. This is how long I've been doing it. They weren't called ADRs back then. They were called PSs. They were called priority seatings.
Look at that.
That was crazy. Yeah, but no, you're exactly right. I mean, you tell anybody else that's not into the Disney thing, like, oh, dude, I got to make my ADRs at 60 days. They're like, you know where you're going to be eating at 60 days? I'm like, no, it used to be 6 months. They're like, what kind of insanity? Like, what are you smoking? Like, you know, they're like, you crazy?
And some of those you had to get, like, all right, I'm booking Cinderella's Royal Table. Like, it's July. I'm going to book it for Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it was. Yeah, exactly. It's like it's 102 degrees outside. Yeah, I've got to figure out where I'm going for Christmas Eve though.
And it's tomorrow. That's how July and December always works, right? You're either like you're sweating at home booking your Christmas dinner, or it's Christmas time and you're booking like what am I going to do on 4th of July? Like it just didn't make sense.
I mean,
but if you had to do it, if you wanted one of those, like if you wanted your princess daughter to go eat with the princesses, you had to be there at 180 days.
Which is why I think, because we got to wrap here because we're getting to the top of the hour, but the Disney fandom draws in a certain kind of person. I've said this to Pam a lot, right? Because she enjoys the trips, but she doesn't like listen to the podcast. She doesn't, you know, like read the blogs, watch the vlogs. You know, she doesn't listen to our show, stuff like that. But I try to explain to her, you know, like like everybody hangs out in the Discord and, you know, how we all... I said, these are my people. Like, these are my online friends. Like, we all can joke about things. We all get it. We all are kind of like the same because there's only a certain kind of person that enjoys this kind of, not even enjoys it, but understands how it works. Like, because there's going to be the bulk of the population that is just like, forget it. Like there's nothing I'm going to do 6 months in advance. Like I think that is true. I think it's just because they just check out and they're just like, no.
You're like, you would have been like, for me, I know some people are different, but like you're booking your dining before you book your airfare, which is so wild.
Yeah, I mean, I don't book airfare. I'm terrible about it. Like I haven't even booked my hotel for marathon weekend, but I haven't booked. I have booked airfare for Disney. No, yes, I did book airfare for Disneyland. I haven't booked it for World. So I booked it for California, but not for World.
Is there a race at Disneyland? I thought they're done with the races.
No, it's the last one.
I thought this last one was. Oh, okay.
No, this one coming up is.
Okay.
But yeah, I should probably book my hotel for marathon weekend.
Probably.
I mean, I always end up at Coronado. There's lots of rooms there, so I'm pretty good.
Dude, Coronado is such a great hotel. I mean, it's a
Pop
great resort.
sold out. Yeah, so I'm not going to Pop.
Mm-hmm.
Pop's gone. That's how it usually works. I'm always like, I'll just stay at Pop this year again, and then I always wait. Nope, Coronado. That's how I've ended up there. But I'm like, it's cool. I like Coronado. It's fine. It's good. It works fine.
That's how you always end up at Coronado for Run Disney.
That's how I always pay just a little bit more because I don't book on, because I'm always like, I'll do it today. Then I get working for everybody else. By the end of the night, I'm like, God, I'm just too tired. I won't mess with mine. I'll do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow was like, well, it was July now. And now it's like, it's October. I should probably do it.
We better remember this. Like I'm gonna message you midweek next week and be like, hey, have you booked that marathon weekend hotel?
Everything just got even more complicated this past week. It's gonna be busier. Oh my gosh, I should have done it before Friday. It'll be fine. All right, so we're gonna put a wrap on this one, but let's continue the conversation over in the clubhouse as this hits the feed on Thursday. This will be something that can carry on over into the weekend. So what perk would you bring back if you could? Meaning all the other ones are off the table. No further discussion on those. Let's have that conversation. Scotty G, big show. Thanks for joining us, and love having these podcasts on Sunday nights with you.
I love the Sunday nights. I think people were busy this Sunday though, but that's okay. We heard from Jason and Billy, had some questions in the chat, so always a great time chatting with you on Sunday nights.
Yeah, lots of folks tuned in. Just a lot of folks didn't call in.
That's okay. They must enjoy listening to us talk. Maybe we had a good conversation going.
Yeah. A lot of
that's what we'll
watching. Yeah, that's fine. All right, we are going to, and shout out to Matt down in Springfield, Missouri from the 3028 ZOU to you down there in the Ozarks. Yes, like to see that. Big games.
Good friend.
We got to talk about Hardy tonight. I like that. A little football talk. All right, jumping out of here. Don't forget our show is always brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel, brought to you by the best folks out there to help you plan your next Walt Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruise Line vacation for no additional cost to you. Check out all the details today over at themagicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link when you shop online. It's one extra click that supports the show throughout the year. BeOurGuestPodcast.com/Amazon. And thank you to our Patreon supporters. You guys are the all-stars that keep us on the air. You're our all-Americans, even the folks that are not in our country. You're the all-world supporters. You make it happen. So really a serious thank you to each and every one of you. You can support us just $5 a month. And for that support, you get a bonus show every week. It's called Mike in the Midwest. It was a doozy this morning. So come on over. It's patreon.com/BeOurGuestPodcast. You can give us a follow on the social media. I'm at BeOurGuestMike on Instagram, X.com, and Threads. Scott is in the same places, but check him out at Epcot, EPSCOT. But again, top of the show, I told you, here's where you need to go. Must See Adventures over on YouTube. Scott, what's happening on the channel this week?
Yeah, so we're going back in time again, like 7 months back in time, where we went on a Disney cruise on the Disney Wish. But this is our pre-embarkation day. So we're hanging out at Coronado Springs. So if you want to see some Coronado, some French Quarter, a meal at Topolino's Terrace, come check it out. Some great footage of Walt Disney World. Then next week we'll be boarding the beautiful Disney Wish. Come check it out.
But you did not have an aft-facing dance floor veranda?
Not on that one. not on the Wish. No.
People are going to get confused. Like you were just.
It's confusing, right?
People are going to be like, wait, what?
Because I have a room tour of the aft facing veranda dance
that.
floor out there that you can watch. That's on the Dream, but this one's going to be the Wish. soon enough, we're going to have our summer trip where we're on the Magic. Like, everyone's going to be confused, but I'll tell you what, it's going to be awesome. So like and subscribe, check it out. We have a lot of fun on that channel.
Yeah, what do you call those, like shorts? The must see nows?
I called it a must see moment.
Must see moment. I like those. Those are sharp. You need to do more of those.
Thanks. All right. I'll keep that in mind.
All right.
Because I tried to do this as like something like recent, something relevant, because I know I got such a backlog and it's like a shorter video. So yeah, I'll try to do more must see moments.
Yeah, I think I like those a lot. All right, check it out. Must See Adventures. Like and subscribe this week over on YouTube. All right, don't forget the Clubhouse is where we all hang out, free for everybody. It's our Discord server, man. It's a great community. We have a blast over there, but it's just amazing. Coming over, join the crowd. BeOurGuestPodcast.com/clubhouse, and we'll get together again next Sunday night, 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central, and talk some Disney. So we'll see you here. All right, you guys have a great week. So for Scotty G up in Michigan, I'm Mike here in Missouri. Have a great week. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you real soon.
You've been listening to the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. If you have questions, comments, or would like to be a guest on the show, please visit our website at beourguestpodcast.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you real soon.